Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Wise Hitman in my left hand and the Wise Diving in my right hand. Sorry, the name is a little goofy on this watch. I always want to call it the Wise Diver. Wise Diving and Wise Hitman, as you can see right there below the 12 o'clock on both of these watches. Wise Hitman is $325 and the Wise Diving is $385. And this dial configuration, there is another one on their website that I believe is $335. It's a black with a black strap. So I guess it depends on what you're going for. If you're choosing between these two watches, the Wise Hitman in my left hand I would consider more of an everyday watch, and this one here would be a Friday evening watch or a weekend watch perhaps. This is more of a fun watch in my mind. This one's a little classier looking. Ceramic bezel insert, flat sapphire crystal with AR coating applied to the underside, and this one here has stainless steel bezel with a domed sapphire crystal, which also has AR coating. So let's go over the dimensions of each of these individually. The Wise Hitman lug to lug 48.7, case diameter 41, the bezel is a little smaller at 40.5, 12.4 millimeter thick, which is maybe a little bit thick, but it's really pretty thin for a Seiko NH35 movement watch. And then lug width is 20 millimeter, and that tapers down nicely to 16. So this watch wears very comfortably on wrist. Solid end links, solid links, milled clasp. This portion here is stamped, but it does have the Wise logo engraved on it. This watch wears very well on wrist. And the crown is a 7 millimeter crown, and that is signed with the Wise logo there. Come on, there we go. And this pretty nicely knurled. I would prefer finer knurling, but this works. Okay, so Wise Diving watch. This is the DSX521. We're looking at 51.8 millimeter, 44 case diameter. Actually, it's this bezel shroud or bezel ring is 44 millimeter. The bezel itself 40.4, and this is nice and thick at 15.6 millimeter. Some of that is the dome, some of that's the movement, and also it's rated to 300 meter water resistance. So nice and thick to withstand the pressure of 300 meters worth of water on top of it. 22 millimeter lug width and a 7 millimeter signed crown. Actually, let's see if I don't think these are the same crowns, but we'll see that in a moment here. Yeah, the crowns look a little bit different. So which of these two watches would you choose? Which one do you prefer? My preference is on this one. I'd like to style it a little bit more, but I mean they're different enough that you could definitely have them both in your collection. I think this one's a little better value as it comes with the bracelet. This one on bracelet is $455. Well, here I'll show you these side by side, looking at the side of the watch so you can get a sense of the thickness. I'll get them both on wrist. This one will have better lume. This has C3 Superluminova and this one has BGW9. So we'll look at the lume at the end of the video. So let's get this one on wrist. And then we'll get the other one on wrist. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Like the video if you've liked it, and leave a comment below. I also like the female end link on this watch. And the gray is a nice color. Kind of reminds me of an Oris. Also reminds me of a Tudor Black Bay 58, or well, any of the Tudor Black Bays really. And we'll zoom out here and get the other one on wrist. Really like the chamfered polished edge of this. It's brushed, and then has that polished edge. It's a nice look. So here's my SKX 009 compared to the Hitman here. Definitely a larger watch in my right hand. Now this has been updated or upgraded to a sapphire crystal. I scratched the original Hardlex many years ago. The straps are only strapped to these FKM rubber straps. I like that they're fitted to the case. Definitely a nice comfortable strap, and you can purchase these straps for $50 from Wise. They are fitted, so I don't know what else you could get them to fit on. I mean, you could try it out, but it fits on this watch well. The buckle is just too big, but you know, maybe it suits the watch. It's kind of comical how large that is. It feels fine on wrist. It's just very large. These both have the same movement, the Seiko NH35 movement. So that's 8 beats per second. I think it's around 40 hours of power reserve. I don't remember exactly. I just really prefer the styling of this watch. And this does have a loomed ceramic bezel insert, and we'll see that loom in a moment here. Also, I don't really care for the offset date window there. That 4:30 position kind of drives me nuts. I do like the color graduation from the red to black. Also, it has a yeah, it's kind of a sunburst, but I don't know. It's not really a sunburst, I guess. This gray kind of does the same thing. So, all right. Let's check out the loom. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Like the video if you've liked it, and leave a comment below. Alright, so on the left, the Wise diving watch, and on the right, the Wise Hitman watch. C3 Super Luminova on the left, and BGW9 on the right. Yes, you do have the loomed ceramic bezel insert, which looks nice on camera. It is brighter on camera than what it is by eye, but the loom on the left is definitely brighter than the loom on the right. So if you're a loom junkie, then get the diving watch. If you want something a little better styling, at least in my opinion, get the Wise Hitman. So that will conclude today's video. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.